Hi, welcome back to my kind of art.
Are those real flowers?
He's vibing.
The butterflies are getting all the attention.
We saved a moth yesterday, well, the day before, and then yesterday it was released. It was a giant ass moth. It was badass. It was like Halloween, had like eyes on it. Bad. It was cool.
The very first thing I want to talk about is that every single one of you is amazing, and every single one of you deserves to be loved, and every single one of you is enough, and every single one of you deserves to be happy. Believe that. Is this a bad day? Oh no, Satan, not today, honey. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna have a dance party.
Y'all ready for this?
So today I wanted to talk a little bit about how to handle yourself, your thoughts and your emotions when your life and everything around you seems like it's getting out of control. I've talked a lot about what to do when you're feeling kind of down or depressed, but we haven't really talked about all the other emotions that we deal with every day. One of them being anger. Anger is a really big one for me. Anger, stress, hurt, fear, anxiety, these are all some things that we could also be feeling that sometimes we need some coping mechanisms to get through. I personally have been challenged a lot lately, and I've been learning a lot about myself and how to cope with these feelings when I really need to be nice instead of mean. I've learned a lot that sometimes when people are being kind of rude to you or nasty to you, it's because they have a lot of going on in their own life, most likely, that they're dealing with, and they're kind of letting it out on you. And I'm guilty of letting it out on other people as well. And we want to work on that because we want to be nice to each other. We want to be friendly and loving and come from a place of love instead of all these other feelings. Because ultimately we want to be good people. I think that we all have a story, and we all can relate to some of these experiences and these feelings. And at some point in time, we've all had somebody kind of pick on us or make us not feel good, or just be negative, or times that we weren't feeling good, that we were just negative and mean when we didn't need to. And it's just really important to really think and control your thoughts. Your head is your happy place. Your head is your best friend. Your thoughts are so powerful. So whenever you're going through that state of anger or hurt, instead of lashing out with your instincts, stop and think for a second. Press the pause button. If you're too worked up or too emotional, it's okay to take a break. It's okay to say, hey, I need to go outside and cool down for a bit. Can we talk about this later? And then come back and resolve it later. That is perfectly fine.
You can't touch this. You can't touch this.
Okay, so tip 1 is about communication. When we're talking with someone, a lot of the times we aren't really listening. We're thinking more about our own perspective and how we feel about it rather than understanding and respecting how the other people who are talking to us feel and what they're trying to communicate to us. And guess what? If you did something wrong or you hurt someone's feelings, you have to take accountability for that. It doesn't matter how you feel about it, you did it. At least apologize, try to come to some kind of resolution, and move on. All right? Don't tell the other person about what they did wrong or why it doesn't matter or why you don't care, because that's not really good communication. Try to understand from their shoes, genuinely, and maybe we might get somewhere. And if for some reason it turns out after this conversation you find out that you hurt someone's feelings or you did something wrong, it's okay. We're gonna apologize and be adults and move on with it, and everything's gonna be just peachy. No worries, it's okay to make mistakes. Just own them and try to do better. A lot of times when I'm talking to somebody, I like to kind of repeat back what they said to me and kind of summarize what I think the purpose and the point of what they were trying to get across was, because sometimes there's some miscommunication going on there. So we want to clear that up in case that is the scenario going on. And the other reason is because it lets the person know that you are genuinely trying to understand where they're coming from, you are listening, and you're able to refute back what it is that they're trying to tell you. Okay, so tip number 2 is about positive thinking and kind of Xing out that negativity, all right? So if you're being negative, or you're in a bad mood, or you're having a cranky attitude, you're going to view the world around you the way that you feel. If you're happy and you're positive, you're going to see the world differently. And that's really the trick here. The things around you don't necessarily change. It's the way that you view them and the way that you think about it. It's your perspective. So if you're feeling negative or just cranky or mean or rude or whatever it is, try to take a minute to correct the way that you're thinking and try to do a positive spin on it. Oh no, my debit card isn't working, it's declining everywhere, my life is ending, and changing that to, my debit card's not working and this is weird, but at least I'm saving money. These tips aren't just for interactions with other people, they're also for interactions for yourself to yourself, when you're talking to yourself in your head. Hello, that's super important. Don't be negative to yourself. Remind yourself that life is amazing. I know that things are crazy sometimes, and like you have a lot of negativity going on around you, or sometimes someone's trying to get under your skin, and that's cool, but don't let it get to you. And I know that's easier said than done, but once you learn to control your thoughts and be more positive and kind of just brush off the negativity, you're gonna see how powerful you really are.
Touch this. Can't touch this. My music hits me so hard, makes me say, oh my Lord, thank you for blessing me. What am I to run and too hype, it feels good.
I know, it sounds crazy, but get this. What if it's not your own negative thinking? What if there's someone around you who's being negative or maybe trying to get under your skin? Well, now the power of positivity really comes in handy, because instead of letting them get under your skin, you change the way that they're thinking, in your head at least. You change your perspective and you flip around their negativity and turn it into something positive. Or you realize that you're not going to let them hurt you. You're not going to let them bring you down. If you don't willingly let someone bring you down, it's not going to work. Which means you'll stay positive and happy.
Can't touch. Yo, I told you, you can't touch this. Why you standing there, man? You can't touch this.
The ultimate goal here is to connect to each other and to understand where everyone is coming from so that we can live in harmony and in peace. That is ultimately what everybody wants. Everybody just wants to be loved and cared for and to feel safe and wanted wherever they are. And that's not too hard to ask everybody to do that. At least I don't think so. Let us not forget fast food workers, retail workers, general public workers. Knock it off. Stop being so mean to them. They're doing their job, and they're doing a good job. Be appreciative. Isn't that right, kidders? Are we gonna have a dance party? Yeah. Okay, so to kind of bring this to a conclusion, tip number 3 is about being grateful and being positive and realizing that sometimes life is just life and there's nothing you can do about that. You can't fight the wave, you gotta ride the wave. Try to enjoy it. Don't get so hung up in the details, alright? Do the opposite of whatever you're feeling to feel that. Everything is going to be okay. No matter what, everything is going to turn out okay. You might not be where you thought you were going to be, and that's okay. You need to be prepared for change and be prepared for whatever life is going to throw at you, and be thankful for everything that comes your way. And remember that not every day is going to be bad, and this horrible feeling isn't going to be there forever. Accept what the feeling is trying to tell you and go from there. And instead of worrying about whatever is distressing you, start looking for solutions and what's the next step is. Where are we going to go from here? We are on a river, floating happily. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Or you can fight and be stuck on the side where you should. Let's also not forget that if you're doing everything that you can from your side and you just still can't meet a resolution with somebody, it's okay to let it go. And if y'all need to go separate ways or something, love them from afar. And hopefully maybe one day y'all can make up and figure out that we're all just human beings. We're all here. There's no you against me. There's no we against them. It's just all of us here trying to make it in this crazy world. The truth is that none of us know how much time we have. Let's not waste it on all these negative feelings and negative thoughts. There's no reason for it. Try to have fun as often as you can.
He never said a word, the dreamer just kept on. Late at night you could hear him say